Welcome back, guys. So in today's video we're going to be looking at the brand new Tecno Spark 3. Now this phone comes in two variants. It comes in the regular version and it comes in the Pro version. So today's video is going to be about the regular version. Maybe in a later video we're going to be looking at the Pro version. Alright, let's do it. So I know we've been covering a lot of phones lately, or we've been talking about cell phones and mobile phones recently. Please bear with me. It's because it's phone seasons. A lot of phones are just being released back to back into the market, and we gotta cover them. I just have to cover them and make sure you guys are on track and you guys are up to date with what's going on, okay? So just bear with me. Maybe after 2 or 3 videos we're gonna go to other topics. I have a lot planned out for you guys. All right, so we're looking at the smartphone here that is almost a replica of the previous Tecno Spark 2. Still built in the same quality of materials like the previous Tecno Spark 2. There's really no special thing in the design or the build quality on the Spark 3. And I find that really hard, because if a new device is about to be released, at least there should be some major improvements in the design. So we don't have this glossy plastic design just like the Camon 11 and Camon 11 Pro. Then they now added this sparkling effect on that glossy finish, which makes it look like the roof in a Rolls Royce. And I'm going to give it to them there. The design is actually okay. I mean, it makes it look like a 2019 device with that glossy back and everything. That's what we've been seeing on the Huawei phones and the Galaxy phones recently. So on that glossy back, we have a single camera setup there. We have a ring light, we have a fingerprint sensor, and also we have the speaker that will be blasting from the back. Then at the bottom of the device, we still have a regular USB 2.0. So straight out of the box, you're going to be getting Android 8.1 Oreo, the Go edition, or you're going to be getting Android 9 Pie. Then you're going to get a MediaTek MT6580 processor running at 1.3 GHz and a Mali 400 GPU. You also get either a 1 GB RAM or 2 GB RAM version. And then you get a 16 GB internal memory. Now something I find really hard here is this. You release a new device and the new device has the same specification, the same RAM, the same inbuilt memory, and the same processor as the old one, and you're selling it to consumers as a new device. I mean, aren't we supposed to have some internal changes? It's not just in the body of the device. You don't just change the body of the device. That's like packaging the same thing in a different container and selling it to people as a different thing. Because the specification of the Tecno Spark 2 is the same thing as the specification of the Tecno Spark 3. So one of the physical changes or physical observation you're going to observe in this device is the fact that it comes with a notch now. I mean, it seems like all they do these days when they release a new phone is add a notch. Almost every single Infinix or Tecno phone that comes out these days now comes with a notch. I don't know if it's the notch revolution or something, but they are just adding notches and notches upon notches. But thank God they've come to the realization that the notches are not so cool and they're not so good to some people like me. So they now had this option that you can now use and turn off the notch. So if you go to settings, other settings, you go to display, and then you see this option there that says display mode of notch screen. Once you tap it, you tap down there to disable the notch. You see full screen, and voila, device becomes normal. So after you turn off the notch, it gives the display a regular look like a normal phone. But the only thing is that you still see there that the black part of the screen up there is still having the battery meter and some other things, but it just cuts off the notch and turns that area to black. The size of the display is 6.2 inches. That's like 0.2 inches larger than the previous version, and it has the resolution of 1520 by 720 pixels, which is the same as the previous version. But one of my very major observations in the new Tecno and Infinix devices that are lining up right now is that they are actually improving on the displays. I mean, in previous versions or earlier on in time, you will agree with me that if you take a Tecno phone outside, the displays were almost unusable, like they were not sharp enough. But I started noticing right from the Infinix Hot 7 that the displays are actually improving. I mean, like the Infinix Hot 7 has a very nice display. And I'm just noticing now too on the Tecno Spark 3 that the display too is actually fine enough, and it's actually higher in quality than the previous displays on Infinix and Tecno phones. And that is a kudos to them. So the device is still running on a 3500 mAh battery, just like the previous Tecno Spark 2. So we have a 13 megapixel lens at the back that can shoot 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. Then in front of the device, we also have an 8 megapixel single camera that can shoot 720p videos at 30 frames per second. And then there is a flashlight available in front and the back side of the device. So here are some photos I took of my baby brother and a friend of mine. mean, after looking at these photos, the device doesn't really perform that bad for an $80 device or $100, depends on what you're buying it from, but you're not going to buy it more than $100. The performance is actually okay. But I must warn you, if you're buying this device, don't expect too much from it. In the little time I had it and I was using it, I was almost not able to use it because the device was a bit slow. Like sometimes when you take a picture, you open the gallery to check the picture. It takes like a few seconds to process the picture before it will show you the real image. Else it will just be showing you blurry stuff. So if you're buying this device, don't really expect that much from it. So guys, that's my own verdict, that's my own thought. I want to hear what you guys think, alright? So leave me down the comment in the comment section and let me hear and let other people also hear your opinion, okay? Until next time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, okay? So that you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. And also bear in mind that we have new videos coming in on other different and very interesting topics, alright? So I'll see you again in the next one.